swing of things?
Yeah, Dana, it feels great. This obviously has been very, very difficult to deal with. I think we ended up practicing 6 times in the month of November, so we were quarantined for 21 days in the month of November. So we just finished yesterday our 7th practice in 5 days. We went a couple double sessions over the weekend. Today we'll have an inter-squad scrimmage. Will be practice number 6. We'll practice again tomorrow, and then we'll get a chance finally to play against somebody live. We're going to play Bluefield College, NAIA school that has played quite a few games. They just played Liberty University on Saturday, played very, very well. So we're excited about finally being able to play against somebody else for the first time. It's going to be exciting.
Hey, Coach, you start league play on the 19th. So I guess, and obviously hopes are high this year that you guys are a serious contender to win this league. With that being said, how important is it for you to get not just Bluefield College, but some non-league games under your belt before you get into it?
Oh, I think it's really important, Ryan. We've got 2 dates for sure right now, the 9th against Bluefield and then the 15th against Canisius. Those 2 games are definitely on the schedule. Trying to play the 12th and the 13th, whether those will be another non-Division I or Division I. I would like to play 2 non-1s and 2 Division Is because I think we have so many new guys and we haven't played and been able to practice. So I didn't really want to throw our guys in the fire, and we've had a ton of games canceled. West Virginia game was canceled. VCU game was canceled. So we've had a lot of games canceled so far. So if we could get 4 games in before we open up Horizon League play on the road on the 19th, I think that would be very, very beneficial to this group.
Jerrod, what's the mood of the team? How are they kind of approaching?
Well, they're ecstatic. The last 5 days, the 7 practices have been tremendous. They're flying around. They're excited. There's an energy level now. They know they're just a couple days away from finally being able to play a college basketball game. We've been watching a lot of college basketball, Dana, watching a lot of the teams in our league play. So I think the kids they're ready to roll.
Not being able to have, the luxury of having the fans there. 200, I guess, is most. Disappointing, I'm sure, for you, but it's out of your control.
Yeah, what you learn a lot about this year is a lot of the things are out of our control. But I'll tell you this, over the last 8-9 months, I have to compliment the Horizon League. I don't know if there's another league in America that we've had a head coaches meeting every single week for 8 months. So the entire time, I think all of us head coaches and the commissioner and his staff have been on the same page. The other part of it is on a university level, I feel like Ron has done a tremendous job, not only him, but our entire athletic training staff. These people are overworked, from the start, whether it's a pandemic or not. But they've done a tremendous job with our players, keeping them up to speed on all the different guidelines, whether it's testing or masking, those sorts of things. These things have been real challenges that not only our program but every school in the country's dealt with. And I think we're just happy that we're finally going to be able to play.
What do you tell your players?
Yeah, great question, Dana. Well, every Division I school has a Tier 1 bubble. So that includes our 16 players, all of our coaches, and all of our managers. So all of those individuals are tested 3 times a week throughout the entire year. And it's just, around-the-clock testing, making sure that our guys are, free of this virus. And, you're seeing about 20% of college basketball games have been canceled right now. You hope when you get into league play that these sorts of things don't happen. But I think we have to be able to adapt and change. I think, you're going to see some games this year that could be canceled, whether it's a day out, 2 days out, 3 days out. You're going to have to change your scouting, and you're going to go right into playing another team. So those are things that I think are definitely going to happen this year, Dana, that we got to be ready for.
Coach, with that being said, knowing that any game can be canceled, not that you take any of these games for granted in years past, but specifically this year, every game you guys get is probably one more than you maybe thought you were going to play, at this point, 6 months ago. So what do you stress to your guys in terms of when you do get that opportunity to take the floor to kind of make the most of it, because, tomorrow's probably not guaranteed?
Yeah, we've had a saying every day, have fun. That's been our saying. This is fun, competing, hanging out with one another, spending time with each other. Obviously all of us, we're brought together through basketball. So just enjoy our experience at practice, film sessions, the amount of time we're able to spend with each other, because, this has really been a 3-year process. This hasn't just been an 8 or 9 month process. We've had guys that came in from day one, Nas and Garrett and Mike, Jeff Hamparian. Those 4 kids were the original recruiting class 4 years ago. So they have been building up for this for quite some time. We don't take lightly that we were picked second in the league. We understand that that's very, very high compliment from the coaches in this league, in the media. So we've got to be ready to go. We got to prepare ourselves every day, and it's been our goal since we got here to try to get to the NCAA tournament. And I feel that this team has the pieces to be able to do that. We're certainly going to be better the more we play. What's it going to look like Wednesday night at 7 o'clock? I couldn't tell you. I know our kids are anxious to play. They're going to play really hard. We've probably, more than any team in the country, have been, quarantined more than anybody. So it is going to be a process to get these guys to play championship basketball, but we're certainly capable of doing that.
Jerrod, this is the first time we've been able to talk to you per se. Since the Horizon League schedule came out. Back-to-back games, just your thoughts on that. Was that the simplest way to do things?
Yeah, it's actually something that we suggested. Myself and our staff kind of put our heads around it, figured out, okay, what's going to make the most sense from a league standpoint? How are you going to be able to keep your teams healthy from this virus? How would you play, as many games as safely as you can? And I think the back-to-back, I don't think any player or coach really likes it, but it's something we had to do from a safety standpoint. You cannot wipe out a lot of teams. So I think the league got it right, and I think you're seeing most of mid-major, basketball programs and leagues adopt this format. So it's going to be different. I told our guys, from a physical standpoint, it's going to be very, very challenging. Being able to play those, the same opponent is going to be different. So there's a lot of challenges, I think, inside the league. But I think the important thing is that we get the games in. We get to play, and that to me is what's really important during this.
Can I ask you about a couple guys specifically just heading into the season? Obviously, Darius had some opportunities next level to be, to reach that highest level of basketball. Nas coming into his senior year. What do you expect from those guys in this season? Obviously, there's a major setback in terms of preparation, but I would imagine Nas' senior year and Darius with his aspirations playing next level, you want to see them take the next step. What is it you want to see from them this season?
Yeah, I think both kids have been really, really good throughout this whole pandemic. They've done a great job working with the young players, helping them on and off the court. They've been the voice of our team, along with Garrett and Mike. Darius, I would love to see just his leadership continue to grow, be a coach on the floor. I think from a basketball standpoint, he's just going to be so much better than he was. He was able to get access to a gym So I think that was a real benefit for him. Nas's game has continued to expand every year. He went from a kid as a freshman that really relied on rebounding, getting putbacks, to now being, I think, one of the most complete players in the Horizon League. Michael Akuche has done a tremendous job so far, and I think Garrett Covington's offense has been incredible so far. So I think you're going to see not only the two big guns, Nas and Darius. I think you're going to see major production from Mike and Garrett this season as well, Ryan, because they've really worked at